Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Coming live from Fiber Heart, children of God. And that's you, and that's you. So now they got it where I look really bloated and they know they can kind of keep me offline. So the thing is we have to pray right now. I have to stay on task with these testimonies, okay? So what we need to look at is we need to look at false pullovers from all the way from 16-year-olds, me 16-year-old, to first trying to keep friends but was not allowed to, the isolation tactics, couldn't move, absolutely not. Old skating coaches trying to even help for me to just go over for internships in Australia and anywhere else. So we're going to go from 16 to 21 years old. We'll go that far. It's about close. It escalates. I start just getting pulled over and getting ticketed, even in Ohio and one in Indiana, I noticed. It's pretty weird. I remember that one. And I just have to stay in terror. I don't look like this. That's not the point. Why don't you take your video and shut it down? Now we're going to go faster. So then they set me up with the Rapists, the LeBeaus. That's L-A, lowercase a, capital B and O. They had rape videos of women. Louis LeBeau was an old iron coffin and an old French man from Jesse LeBeau, the original Jesse LeBeau. That would be Jesse LeBeau Sr. On LeBeau Road in Newport. They keep planting that, and it just grows and grows and grows from there. So they had me raped. And then there's these Greeks, Chaldeans, maybe, I don't know what other groups. Orthodox, what was that group? They had some kind of ring going. It was a weird one there with Mike LeBeau and up near the Sterling Heights area. I'll just say near that area. And then there was just the one good guy, and I was still just a stupid, like, I'm going to save the bad boy, Mike, as he would show me the good side. Anthony. He was supposedly a teacher and a basketball or football coach, and he tried to get me away. But they set up a rape. That would have been 1997. You're going to have to bear with me here. That's getting old, a long time ago. Yes. So, and I'm still a shame-based girl. So I left within a year because this violence, the affairs. I was going to end up with a STD. I was still nursing my son. But extended family was in on the pedo ring and stuff. And the Kotchers, very prominent names, the Leonards, they were a lawyer and a travel agency. They framed Sean. Get away. And hip is definitely used by the devils. We don't know what to do. There's a storm coming in at 4 p.m. John Harris set up Mike LeBeau to rape me. He technically was one of the they call it what, flying monkeys or whatever, be it satanic or not, to just stay at me, stalk me, harass me. Mike LeBeau from 1990. I got saved in 94 with Jesus, but I had no idea what I was in for. No idea. So these testimonies will continue. I don't know if you guys are all right, but apparently not. So the skating rink was built supposedly when I was 3 or so. I don't even know if I'm the same little girl from that, and I don't want to sound like sci-fi film, but there was definitely medical procedures being done in the man's barn that raised me, and it was not on horses. And then don't get away. And then I was subjected to, he's going to keep harassing me. This is how this goes. I usually have to put them away, and not put them away, but they have to go away. Like I have to block them out, or I can't keep my testimony straight. I'm looking at them right now. Just it's constant harassment. If it's not by thugs, it's by these two stupid dogs. I don't want to be mean. Like I tell you, I love them, but it's just constant. It doesn't stop. I don't get a break. But there's a storm coming in at 4. Don't they walk like lions or something? Oh, no, he's going to lay down, but his rope, his stupid straw. All right, so where do should we fast forward or not? So then they steal my placenta at the hospital on commands of Andrew. I don't want my placenta left at the hospital. I don't want science experiments done on my placenta. Oh, and my son is born June 16th, 1998. I do not want any of that done. Like, I'm begging them to stop. I don't want his circumcision done at the hospital. So I learned enough about satanic things and like that. And I didn't want any initial vaccines. I wanted to wait. And then I was going to I would have had to find, I don't want to say a Jewish doctor, but another group to do the circumcision after I just bonded with my son and established this bond with him, because Andrew and Mike LeBeau and a couple others were just on it. You know what I mean? Because that's what pedophiles do. So now we're going to fast forward as they just keep destroying me. And now they're starting the paper trail. But the paper trail was started because I'm trying to get away when I'm pregnant. The therapist in Ohio is sexually... he's a predator. And so then what do I do then? I'm just crying, you know, my poor son. But then he gets lured in with all this, right? I get hired in at the Juvenile Delinquency Center in Monroe, Michigan, 1999. It will cut out. 1999 to 2000, I'm not left alone by the police, federal agents undercover for over 2 years or more, until they have me just completely fried and diced. And now I'm cross-addicted at that point. I can't function barely. They've got my son with Mike too much. Louis a weirdo freak. They're showing him really, really severe porn, rapes and stuff of women as a toddler. I'm calling it into CPS, and CPS is laughing at me. All right, so we're going to get into Psalm 80 because it's so much more than that, and it's just disgusting. And I love the Lord, but I still don't know what he's doing, and I'm getting too old. Israel's plea for God's mercy, Psalm 80. I've done it before. Pastor Chuck Baldwin just mentioned it. He is our pastor. You can say that he's not because he's in Montana. But there's thousands and thousands and millions of people worldwide that think Chuck Baldwin is their minister because they buy their books or they donate. We don't put our name on a roster like the federally funded satanic churches. He's our minister, and I don't know what year I visited him. I know I visited him prior, but does that really matter? I know it's been since before 2019 or close. I know that when we made, me and my husband, I can't involve my son because he was hating God already, we made a committed effort that we liked this guy. He was saying things that we had wanted to hear, that we needed to learn, that we needed help learning about God and the Bible. And we're not saying that he's fully right, because I'm starting to wonder, I mean, some of the outskirts people, I don't want to say names because, gosh, every time I do, we all get hammered and almost shoved off the road. And what I was saying is that when we went to Chuck Baldwin, me and my son started to literally, they were just gonna kill us in a car wreck or paralyze us or paralyze my son, because it was always, you know, obviously he's driving, so right, like we were going like way out and about. This wasn't like once in here and once in there. It was like kill them in the car or kill the son, paralyze him, and then, you know, maybe I flip out of the... Dogs are acting so weird today. I'm like so worried about everything. I really am. I mean, to say if you're not worried, things are not getting better. There was stuff going on last night here. I can say it's a deer. No, someone flopped a dead bird in the pool. I check the pool every day. Heard sticks, heard this. Sick people. I keep getting botulism, that there's being botulism planted or whatever. I don't even know. Am I wrong? No, I'm not, because I literally, me and the dogs, I thought we were going to croak the other day, and I didn't mention this. I don't know if I came on video, but literally, praise the Lord, we got out of it. Monroe County, Michigan. I went to college at Kaplan, even if it's fake college or not. I did an interview at the police station, and the old man told me that was in 2007. We'll say 2006, 2007, somewhere in that time. 2006 or 2007. Literally admitted to me that the minor rapes, minors, little girls, was underreported. Prostitution and all of it. Do you think it's any different? I don't. So Psalm 80. It's just a reverb of that. And then I had gotten John 5. Oh, look, she's a loony. No, you're a loony. You're a loony if you like protecting child rapists like you did at the Juvenile Delinquency Center. And that black supervisor, he was all over me like flies on shit. It was disgusting. I couldn't keep my job. They wouldn't let me keep my job. And the one or two guys I was with that I got hired in would grope themselves in front of me on our shifts. And I was on call. And then I know it was one more girl, a little girl and another little girl. And I had to keep telling them that I was sorry, that we had to hush hush. And it was this little guy, he had been there a while, and there was 2 or 3 other guys. And the girls, they didn't care. The female, none of them cared about the kids. That place was so disgustingly dark and horrid. These poor children, I wonder where they all ended up. Skid Row, overdosed, killed themselves. And my family shamed me all over the place that I gave up a good federally funded job. I was doing art posing in colleges through a professor, but I wasn't doing porn, and I had to get money to help my son and me, and I was not overly addicted yet. I wasn't. This is all a lie. This is all a lie to cover some sick shit. I'm going to even involve the Schwartz up in Sterling Heights. I'm going to involve the Schwartz, the LeBeaus, the Williams on LeBeau Road. At this point, I'm involving, I'm sorry, Melissa, but your dad, he's a pervert. And there's this church, it's like St. Catholic's Church. It's a Catholic church out in Newport. And there's a bunch of other groups. These people, this whole town protects child rapists. It's been going on a long time. Now, and I'm sick of being I never wanted to be in those. I wanted to get out. So the Kochers, and I don't know why the Williams, Dennis Williams, why he went and covered evidence again. And then the Knobs. I just met his wife. I used to always sing a song to him. Dwayne Dobbs. I used to say, liar, liar, pants on fire. And he finally got real stern with me once. Well, anyways, he was one of the crooked ones at the rink. They would work there at the skating rink the late 70s. It was 70s into 80s. And a bunch of those guys were probably raping little girls or touching their boobies and stuff, along with Tom True. And it all got put under the radar. And then those guys went over and became crooked cops. And I still have a lot of those guys stalking me to today. Dixie and Dallas, Naps, I think they were overdosed or they killed themselves. They were raped and stuff. They were exploited. And I'm going to keep mentioning names. Denise, why is your prostitute house still vacant? Why are you guys not doing something about these vacant ghetto houses here? Oh, but you got the target on my head, huh? Alan Bagley? Alan Ray Bagley? Or is it Bagley now? But it would have been a Ray Allen Bagley or Bagley from way back when. You need to go get that PPO and you got to knock it out now. Have a good one. Now, Psalm 80. I know I did it recently or was trying to do it or things are just getting too crazy, you know. But you know what you got to do is if your eyes aren't working right, you better get your Cracker Jack box binoculars out. Now we have fancy ones, but it's more like for safari hunting or I don't know what's going on. We've tried to set them up. We're gonna figure it out just yet, I guess. But these are perfect for just around the house, just like it's something my son had. Or it's just the silliest thing. It's just fun around the house to see the birds and stuff. And I think we have more than some birds up living in the roof with the squirrels. Well, anyhow, you guys have a good one. I love ya. Now, who are we voting for? Well, I don't know. I mean, we think Trump. We need to save Trump. No, Trump didn't save us. Come on, guys. Come on, folks. Of another strokes. He didn't save us from nothing. He didn't save us from caca or diseases or saving the economy. He lied. You're believing lies. And even if Kennedy is a lie too, what's the difference? Lie, lie, lie. Like, let's just try a new lie, right? I mean, let's just try a new method. Now, I'm not saying he's a liar. I'm just saying I think he's done some good stuff. What I'm saying is like, if we keep, it's like being a drunk. I know what this means, with the AA stuff. I have those AA perverts after me too. The freebasers. Is let's just try this new one, right? Let's just try a new one. The sun came out right when I said that. Praise you, Lord, because literally it's been gray as all out, and it's like in the 60s, or it was. It's a bit of socks and shoes and a hoodie on. Now, let's just try something new. He's done a lot of good. He's tried. So let's go with that. There's proof in the pudding. Have you ever heard of that? We didn't get this, so to speak, book out. There's proof in the pudding. So let's just try that, okay? Outside of that, thugs, you got to stay off our property. Now, you don't know if I'm going to start camping out. You don't know that? And I'll just slice your ankles off. I mean, I don't, if you're on my property. There's several places we have set up that I can do like a camp out with the poochies. They'll wonder what kind of wild event we're doing. So what I suggest is you better stay off the property. Okay. How do I move it? That's alarming, isn't it? Is it? How did I? Love you, Lord of everything. Are you going to start to let the children that are all burning in hell know? Because it's looking very serious. And I don't mean like Armageddon. I mean like we could live another 50 years or more. Well, he's 60, so give him 20, 30 years. But you burn in hell. You know what I mean? Like you can't exploit humans. You can't enslave your own race. Your own beings without there being, that's the most extreme punishments in hell. You can't kill and rape and pillage your own kind because we're different than animal. We're supposed to be different. Okay, I gotta go. You guys have a great Monday.